Hey my pod, it's Mermaid Princess Destiny here. And, it looks like that the DIY, project, is working out for YouTube. YouTube is my main channel. So, it's not working out for YouTube on that, but since I don't have enough money to keep going on my tail for this month, we are gonna do a different DIY project, which is pretty much drawing. And I am an anime artist. And I'm gonna try to talk about the characters I draw. I draw my own characters. So I will do my best to talk about the characters I draw. While I'm doing this. Okay, so let's get started. The first character that I'm drawing would be Destiny. She is my first character that I came up with. So, what her personality is like is a Tsundere's personality. And she would be the leader of a Yakuza clan called the Swan Clan. She's about 21 and she just became leader. Yeah, she's about 21 and she just recently became the main head of the Swan Clan. Like I said, her personality is a tsundere. And the Swan Clan is a group of people, is a group of special people that more or less live forever. They are very talented and they are different creatures in a term. Different types of creatures in a term. Destiny, no, would be um like I said, and they are different creatures, and a lot of them. And Destiny is more than one. It looks like she would be considered as a shapeshifter in the clan. But she's no more than one creature. The one she usually stays in her human form. Um, um, she doesn't. She is usually a nice person, but no, when it comes to love, she doesn't. She's. It's not that she's not nice. It's the fact that she's a tsundere. She doesn't like to admit how she feels about the person that she's talking to. She doesn't like to admit and to give in or admit to love that much. And the reason for that because it hurt her in the past. Because love hurt her in the past, and um and she doesn't want to go through that pain again, so she um only focuses on trying to find her soulmate, and her soulmate and soulmates are pretty much um are um are the partners for the Swan clan in marriage, and um it's kind of like how then you would find. It's a rare situation, as always, but it's kind of like how a person would find their soulmate in a love aspect. And there is also fated mate, which is pretty much similar to soulmate, but it's pretty much settling. It's in pretty much finding someone to. It's pretty much finding a fated mate is settling a person to a person that you like, but don't really want to marry. So, unlike your soulmate, so yeah. So there's that. And now then back to Destiny being a shapeshifter. I am going to put Destiny as I'm gonna keep her in her human form. Because that's what she's usually in, and there is this. I'm still trying to figure out the Swan Clan, honestly, but there's this thing called Heaven's Ninja. Heaven's Ninja is pretty much a strong entity or a strong being. She's in the, and it has to be a girl. I just the reason why I picked girls to be Heaven's Ninja is because I don't like how men think that they are stronger than women. Yeah, just because you're physically stronger doesn't mean that men are stronger at everything. Heaven's Ninja is a girl because it because she would represent women. She would represent women's rights and women's women's inner strength. So yeah, that's why I picked Heaven's Ninja. That's why I picked Heaven's Ninja as a girl, so she can represent that. And so Destiny would be Heaven's Ninja, and she would also. Oh, okay. She would also be the main head of the Swan clan. There's multiple heads of the Swan clan since it's so big. It's like about 300 people in it. But Destiny would be the main head, and the main head would is pretty much the leader, pretty much is the main commander of the whole clan. And Destiny wouldn't be a strong leader. And Heaven's Ninja is not really a figurehead. She does have a role to play, but and she fights. She then fights the enemies who are bigger than her, like about 2 to 3 times usually bigger than her size, and still win. It then pretty much shows that women can be strong when they want to be, and when they need to be. Destiny is about 21 years of age. She lives on her own. And she tries, and she doesn't really, since I'm not really that that good with hands, I didn't pretty much put them in her pocket or behind her. Anyway. Um, she always encounters people that have the older mindset of women being vulnerable and need safety, and are required to stay home and be the mother of the children and all that. Destiny does not represent that at all. She always tries her best to prove those men wrong, and it always pisses her. There's nothing that will anger her more than that kind of mindset. She just doesn't like that mindset. She needs to. She sees that men that think of like that are arrogant and stupid, and don't understand that they're in the they now live in the 21st century. And a lot of women in and a lot of women in this one clan think the same way she does. Although she does have somewhat of a fetish of being controlled to a point. But it's only to a point. And when it gets too far, then she'll snap. Probably because of her curiosity of no, it's not because of her curiosity. It's because she subconsciously remembers what it was like to then be oppressed in the era where women didn't have any rights. Now, but being oppressed is not what she desires. She likes to be controlled to a point. When it gets to the point of oppression, that's when she snaps. But She doesn't mind being controlled and how should I put this for YouTube? In a fun and playful way. In a fun and playful way. She will allow you to control her, but if it's any worse than that, then no. She wouldn't like that. She would snap at you. And she would snap at you if it gets to the point of oppression. She she's also very open-minded when it comes to trying to have friends. And she is also open-minded of the LGBTQ plus community. Let's see. LBGTQ plus community, she would be considered bi, I guess. That's what I'm gonna be going with. I originally based her on me, but I'm not exactly sure if I'm just picky or not. But Sheena would be considered bi because she has both an interest in male and female. That's probably one of the main reasons why she doesn't know who her soulmate is. Um, um, she has an affinity of the sea, so her main so her main so her main form would be a mermaid. But like I said, she's usually in her human form because she's usually on land. Mostly because she's usually on land, and when she's in her mermaid form is when she's out on sea or something. Not really great on legs either. Kind of want to make them a little bit thinner. It's not really easy for me to get them even. yeah. This is, I'm not gonna color her in, but this is Destiny. So, yeah. I will, that is the most information that I'm gonna go ahead and give you on her for now. If I come up with more information on her, I will let you know. But, this is Destiny, and, I hope that you guys like her. Like I said, I'm more of an anime artist than anything else. I will see you guys next time. Bye.